Hey guys, so today's video I'm going to be doing a festival look. Festival season is coming up. I believe most festivals are in April. Could be wrong. I don't really go to music festivals, so I don't know. But last year I did a festival look and it was so much fun, so I wanted to do another fun one this year. This year's was kind of inspired by unicorn colors. I feel like unicorn themed makeup is so popular right now, so I wanted to kind of, I don't know, do like a unicorn theme, but make it festival appropriate with the jewels and stuff that I'm going to apply. So hopefully you guys enjoy it. But first I started off by prepping my eye. I just primed it with some eyeshadow primer and then some concealer to cancel out any discoloration. And then I set everything with powder so I can blend easily on top of it. Now I'm going to take a baby pink shade from the Morphe 35C palette and just apply that right into my crease, and that's going to be my first transition shade. Then I'm going to take that pink blush from Anastasia. I know I just used a blush on my eye, but I was using this as a mirror, that palette, and I was like, that kind of looks like a pretty color, so I just popped it in the eye. Anyways, now I'm going to take that beautiful pink shade, it's like a deep pink, from the Zulu palette by Juvias Place. Strongly recommend that palette. I know I say it every time. But I'm going to use this shade to deepen up the eye and add a little bit of depth. And then I'm going back in with the first shade that I used just to blend out the edges. Now I'm going to take that purple shade from the Zulu palette and use this to put it in the outer corner and bring it into the inner corner and in the crease. And since I already have shadows and powders down on my eye, I'm not going to get the true pigment of this shade, but it still looks really, really pretty. You can see in a little bit, once I put down some concealer, it really has a lot more pigment. If you're just putting powder on top of powder, you're not going to get a true pigment, so it's always good to put something down creamy if you really want the intensity of a shadow. Now I'm just, once again, going back in and blending. And now I'm going to take my 35C palette again and just going to take that black. Any black will do, and I'm just going to use this to darken the outer corner. But since I already have that purple down, it kind of gives me a nice deep purple rather than black, which was what I was going for. So I'm just going to use that to deepen up the outer V, I guess you can say. And once again, just blending. This look requires a lot of blending, so if you don't like blending, then you're not gonna like this look. So now I'm taking my ColourPop concealer and I'm just going to cut my lid, or whatever you want to call it, cut your crease, whatever. I'm bringing it pretty far over this time, and I'm just going to use this as a base for my lid shades. Don't forget to blend it out because you don't want just a bunch of concealer sitting there because it will crease. So just kind of smooth it out and blend it out a little bit, and I'm just doing that with a flat little brush. So now I'm going to go back in with that purple and just pat it on the outer part of that concealer. And as you can see, it really is a lot more pigmented with that concealer down. So I definitely love the way that purple looked on top of the concealer. Then I'm going to take yellow. I don't know why I took yellow. I just kind of wanted a pop of yellow somewhere, so I figured why not do it in the center of my eye. So I'm just going to apply that and overlap it with the purple and just focus it on the center of my eye. And I am using all matte shades for this part of the look. Now to add a transition shade between the yellow and the dark purple, I'm just going to add that lighter purple in between the two, just kind of mesh them together and blend them a little bit. So now for the inner corner, I'm going to apply that white. I believe this palette is called the Glitter Bomb palette by Too Faced, and the white and the black in this palette are so pigmented, so I definitely recommend the palette. I really do like it, and I've been using it a lot lately. But anyways, I'm going to put that white down, and then I'm going to add a little bit of glitter just because I wanted a little bit of glitter and shimmer, and I'm going to be applying the first glitter in the palettes, but first you want to put down a glitter glue. These are pressed glitters, so they're a little bit easier to work with rather than a loose glitter, but they're just not like super intense, not as intense as a loose glitter would be. So I'd put down a glitter glue by NYX just on the white section, and then I'm going to take that really pretty glitter. It has a little bit of a pink sheen to it, but it's super pretty. I definitely love this color, and once again, I'm just focusing that on the inner corner. So now time for liner. I'm going to be using ColourPop's eyeliner in Crybaby. This is like a lilac, a very, very light purple, really, really pretty pastel shade. And I'm going to mix that with Duraline just because pastel and any kind of light liner shade is a little bit hard to work with. It does get cakey at times. It does kind of crack at times. So Duraline is really going to help smooth out that liner and make it easier to work with. So I definitely recommend picking up some Inglot Duraline. I use it all the time. So anyways, I'm just going to make a wing with this, and then I am going to take actually a little bit of Duraline, just Duraline on my brush. I'm going to dip it directly in there and then run it over the liner, because this is going to help smooth out any areas that were starting to get a little bit cakey, because like I said, pastel liners and like white liners, they're a little bit hard to work with. So that just helped smooth out the liner and made it a little bit easier to work with. And then I decided to take a little bit of a blue face paint and just apply it at the end, just because I wanted the liner to be a little bit more purple at the end. That part is totally optional. You don't have to do it. I don't know, I just felt like doing it, but once again, it's optional. Moving on to the lower lash line, I'm going to apply that same Crybaby shade. Instead of applying just a white, I like that purple tint to it, so I'm just going to apply that to the waterline, and then I wanted to add a pop of green somewhere, so I decided to do it on the lower lash line. I'm going to be taking the matte green bluish shade. It's coming off more blue on camera, but it does have a green tint to it. That's from the Zulu palette by Juvias Place. The green shade in the Jaclyn Hill palette is very similar. Oh my god, my dog is killing me today. He doesn't want me to do a voiceover. Anyways, we're just going to ignore him. And then I'm taking that light green from the 35C palette and blend that out even further, and then take the yellow and blend it out even more. And then in the inner corner of my eye, I'm going to wet my brush and then apply that beautiful shimmery lime green, again from the Zulu palette. And then I'm going to take, to further brighten up the inner corner, the white that we used earlier. And I used it with a little bit of the green left over on the brush, so it wasn't like a pure white. But yeah, this is just to brighten the inner corner. Moving on to cheeks, I'm using that same baby pink shade I used on my eyes from the Anastasia blush palette. I'm just going to apply that on my cheeks. Obviously, I already had my foundation on. I had my NYX Total Control foundation and I contoured. But real quickly, I never talked about my brows. I just use face paint to fill them in. I use purple and pink face paint. I really love the way they look. They were really, really cool and different. But yeah, anyways, now I'm going to highlight. I'm using my Aurora palette. I'm going to use the purple shade in that palette. This has like a really, really pretty, like purpley pink sheen. It looks like it'd be weird when you apply it to the skin, but it actually looks really pretty. And then I'm going to take Eclipse to make it even more bright and blinding. I wish the camera like really picked up how pretty the highlight looked. It looks so cool in person. But yeah, the camera just wasn't doing it justice. Anyways, now I'm going to apply that to my Cupid's bow as well. And then we're going to move on to the jewels, which is like the fun part of this look. Now, I didn't videotape me doing this or film me doing this because it took me some time. But basically, I got these jewels at Forever 21, believe it or not. They were like $4.99. They come laid out on how you should apply them to your face. So all you have to do is copy that onto your own face. I did customize mine as a little bit, but Nothing crazy, but they look so pretty, like really, really pretty. And they're so cheap. So definitely check out Forever 21 to see if they have them. But also I just want to quickly mention, I do have a jewel on top of my lash. I had no idea. I thought I dropped it, but it turns out it was on top of my lash, and I didn't realize until I was done filming, so that sucks. But I'm going to use my Anastasia Lip Palette. I'm using the blue, the purple, and the white to create a nice ombre lip. I'm using the dark blue to line, the purple to fill in the center, and then the whites to create that really nice ombre effect. I really love the way this lip came out, by the way. It's not something I would typically wear just, you know, on a regular day. Obviously it fit this look really nicely, but I kind of like was like, I could see myself rocking this with like a nice simple eye and then these bold lips, but I don't know. I don't know if I'm that daring, you guys. But yeah. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you guys liked it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Also, leave any recommendations for videos you want me to film in the comment section. I would love to, you know, read what you guys want me to film. I have some ideas, but I need some more. So, hope you guys enjoyed. Definitely subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys next time.